Welcome to Monte Vista's 1992 graduation. Everyone's totally excited to be here right now. Before we go on to graduation, let's take a look back in time.
So basically, thanks for coming.
Who is this man? Well, according to a new poll, this billionaire just might be your next president. A massive march in Washington, D.C. warns that the fires of Los Angeles could spread if inner cities continue to be ignored.
After more than 50 years, a great idea may be coming back. There's a new push for trains across the Bay Bridge. And tonight is prom night around the Bay Area. We'll have a live report on what the class of '92 is thinking. These stories and all the news this Saturday night, May 16th, 1992.
Live from KTVU and first in the Bay Area, this is the 10 o'clock news on Channel 2, the #1 primetime newscast in the country.
Good evening, I'm George Watson.
And I'm Leslie Griffith.
This is a black tie night for scores of high school students in the Bay Area, prom season for the class of '92. A number of schools are holding their proms tonight, and we sent Bob Hirschfeld out to talk to the soon-to-be graduates and find out what they think lies ahead. He's in San Francisco now with a live report. Bob.
Well, George, there are actually 2 proms going on here right now at the Sheraton Palace Hotel. Proms that will undoubtedly live forever in the minds of these impeccably dressed young men and women. It's one of those nights that stays permanently etched in everybody's memory. But prom night also marks a milestone for these teenagers. It's the transition from high school to college or a career, and it brings with it the assumption of new responsibilities and the beginning of adulthood. From what we could see, it's a realization that appears to have sunk in to these 500 seniors from Danville's Monte Vista High School.
Well, it's a little scary, but I think I'm ready for it. I'm excited to go into college and stuff, and it's great. It's great. It's like our 4 years is coming to an end, but it's a good end. It's exciting, and it's incredible.
Well, this is my 25th year in education, and this group of kids has a whole lot more to worry about than I did when I went through high school. The world has changed. The monetary, the part of life that depends on money has changed. Their futures have changed. Getting into college is much harder. Competition is much higher. Of course, all of the problems that we have with AIDS and all of the things that go around an evening such as this with alcohol and so forth. The whole world has changed drastically in the last few years. But I feel our kids are ready for it. They're very mature. When you walk around and talk to them, you'll see that they're ready for tonight. They're sober. They're ready to have a great time without alcohol and drugs, and we're really proud of that.
Well, it's one of those nights that brings back a lot of memories and certainly makes me feel very old. George, Leslie, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Bob.
house? We're for a post-graduation practice party. Pre-graduation. And we're going to ask some people what their future plans are. Let's go take a look. Where are you going to school next year? Dartmouth in Hanover, New Hampshire. Hi. And what's your most embarrassing moment at Monte Vista? When I slipped on the hill on the way up to classes in the mud. It was embarrassing. That was okay. Todd, where are you going to school next year?
Diablo Vacation Center.
And what's your most memorable moment at Monte Vista?
Drinking beers.
Okay, Spencer, where are you going?
I'm not sure yet.
What's your most embarrassing moment at Monte Vista?
Oh, shit. Every day. Yeah, every day.
Okay.
Every day what? It's me, that's me.
What do you want me to... Elliot, where are you going to school next year?
I am going to Ohlone Junior College.
And what do you remember most about Monte Vista?
What do I remember most about Monte Vista? I don't know. What?
You don't remember?
Shooting what?
Cal High.
Cal.
Junior year, shooting half court with about a minute left.
Oh, that was pretty memorable. I shot a basketball. I thought there was 3 seconds left, and there was about 30, and I shot the ball about half court, launched it up. There was like 30 seconds left.
Did you make it?
No, it did not go in. No.
Okay, where do you want to go? Okay. Lovely ladies, where they're going to school next year? Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
She's going to UC.
They're
We're
going
going to City just because we're so smart.
Yeah, and I'm going to UC because I'm dumb.
All right. Get moving. Henderson, what's your most memorable moment at Monte Vista?
Becker riding home on the top of Stewart's car from Crow Canyon.
Okay.
All the way back to his house.
Christy Heaton.
Going to school next year.
Chico.
We're both going to Chico.
Christy Heaton's going to Chico also. Okay, let's go over here. Shining yearbooks. This is Mike McCray. Mike, where are you going to school next year?
DVC.
What's your most memorable experience?
Couldn't tell you. I'm kind of got brain fade at the moment.
Okay. Ryan, where are you going to school?
I'm going to Santa Barbara.
And what's your most embarrassing moment at Monte Vista?
Most embarrassing moment? Junior prom. That's probably a good one right there. Junior prom.
Okay. We're going to go over to Mark Overgaard. Where are you going to school next year?
Chico State.
And what's your most embarrassing moment?
I was standing on the hill over by school, and Todd Sekulich came up behind me. He grabbed his hand underneath my crotch and pulled me to the ground in front of everybody. And I fell. It hurt so bad.
Okay. Shannon Tinsbury and Pam Walter, where are you going to school? Going to Dickinson College. I'm going to UCLA. What do you guys remember most about Monte Vista? This is our senior class president, by the way. Hi.
I don't know, have an embarrassing moment.
Hi. Nothing. I don't know what I'm going to remember. Okay, what's your embarrassing moment?
When I was a sophomore, I was sitting on the famous hill, and Brian Sparkman threw yogurt up, and it got all over me.
Okay. Where are you going to school next year?
I'm going to Northwestern.
And what's your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment was when I called Karan Nate, and it was terrible.
Okay. You guys have an embarrassing moment, memorable moment? This is Danielle Cohen. Where are you going to school?
Chico.
What's your most memorable moment?
Sudas party.
Okay, let's go talk to Susan and see what she has to say. Wait, no, tell her. What was your most memorable moment?
I don't know. I don't have one.
I don't know.
No.
Where are you going to school?
UCLA.
Okay, good luck. Judah, do you have an embarrassing moment?
I'm embarrassed.
Judah doesn't get embarrassed. Okay, this is Hunter Marquardt. He's in the spa. Hunter, where are you going to school?
University of Arizona.
What's your most memorable moment?
My car rolling off a cliff.
Okay, Dean, come out here. This is Dean Giannini underneath the spa cover. Dean, come here. Come here. Where are you going to school next year?
Harvard. I don't know yet.
What's your most memorable moment? Come here.
Most memorable moment?
Come here so you can hear you.
Most memorable moment?
Last night.
Besides last night? I'm gonna have to go to Berkeley. Going to a place in Berkeley with all my friends.
Okay. Mason, you want to come over here?
Yeah.
This is Mason Matthews. Where are you going to school?
University of Arizona.
And what's your most embarrassing moment at Monte Vista?
Having Jason Vidotto tell a lie and getting me and Mike Lewis handcuffed and thrown in the back of a police car.
Yep.
Okay. Katie, where are you going to school next year?
I'm going to Arizona State.
And what's your most memorable moment?
Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know.
Embarrassing moment? Nothing?
I can't think of anything right now.
Do you have anything, Eric?
You already got me, man.
Oh, okay. Marcy, where are you going to school?
I'm going to the University of Washington.
What's the thing you remember most about Monte Vista?
Let's see here. I'd have to say when I was in the theater and I was waiting to hear the election results, and when I won for senior class secretary, just hearing that was probably the most memorable moment.
Wendy, where are you going to school?
Cal Poly.
What's your most memorable moment?
When I tripped going up the bleachers at a football game.
Okay. Michelle Antic, where are you going to school?
UCLA.
What's your most embarrassing moment?
Embarrassing?
Or memorable, you can pick.
Memorable. I don't like to embarrass myself anymore. Homecoming this year. That was great.
And you were on the float?
It was fun.
That was fun.
It was
Okay.
awesome.
All right. We're here across the street from the Morse's house watching all these studs play sand volleyball here.
Say it was the right time to walk away. When dreaming takes you nowhere, it's time to play. Body's working overtime, your money don't matter. Time keeps ticking, someone's on the mind. On the mind. I'm moving in slow motion, feels so good. It's a strange anticipation, knocking on wood. Body's working overtime, it's manic and stand. All that ever matters is maybe who's ahead in the game. Body's always the same. Playing with the boys. Staying, playing with the boys. After the chasing sunsets, gonna love simple joy. Playing with the boys.
You'll graduate our state. Please rise as you sing the Star Spangled Banner. No. Oh, sing and you see, by the dawn's early light, was so bright.
Vista High School commencement exercises. Ladies and gentlemen and students, please look behind you at the beauty that we have in this valley. Our students were lucky enough to live 4 years of their lives in one of the most beautiful spots that I know, and I think you can see how gorgeous it is today in the billowing clouds above Diablo. And I think you'll remember this in your visions, students, for a long, long time. My name is Bob Giannini. I'm the principal of Monte Vista High School. At this time, if you will, I'd like to introduce the dignitaries and guests that we have on stage today. Before I do that, I would like to introduce our music director, Jay Lehman. From my left to right, Colleen Seymour, my assistant principal. Tom Lattiser, assistant principal. Then we have Cynthia Chu, student speaker. Dr. John Duncan, superintendent of schools. Geneva Miller, speaker. Mary Ann Gagan, board member. Shannon Sansevero, president of the class of 1992. I went backwards here. Linda Wurzbach. Trudy McMahon, PTSA president. Just want to mention that without her support and all your support this year, the school would have not been anywhere where it is. It's just, we had an incredibly good year thanks to all your support and the PTSA sponsoring a lot of things that we've done here, and I want to thank you for that. Finally, I would like to thank you. That's good. Give yourselves a clap. This is my assistant principal, my vice principal, my right-hand person. I want to give special recognition to Mike Maxwell and Craig Ritz for helping set this whole thing up tonight. Thank you. Let's move on with the program. We'll start with the first speaker, Cynthia Chu, and then we'll go right down the order, so follow your program. Cynthia. Students, please be seated. You guys remembered, and I forgot. Keep going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you to the graduation of the Monte Vista class of 1992. I remember the first time I set eyes on this campus. The brown, wooden buildings framed atop a hill of green. I was halfway through my freshman year in high school when my parents fell in love with a house not too far from here. That was the year I moved to Danville, California. That was the year I began my studies here at Monte Vista. And that was the turning point of my life. You see, this school has made me the person I am today. It extended its arms to me. It opened my eyes and my heart. And after that, it opened up the world and placed it at my feet. From an unknown freshman at Cal High, I became somebody here. I know where I'm going next year. With 6 of my classmates, I'll become part of Stanford University's class of 1996. Without Monte Vista, where would I be? Most of my classmates can't see our school from an objective point of view. I have been to other schools. I know how blessed we are. Monte Vista's reputation precedes it, near and far. Maybe it's just Monte Vista's good name. Or maybe it's the higher quality of its teaching staff, or the finer lot of its students. Whatever it is, it took from me the fear and the apprehension of expressing myself, and it gave me the world in return. The founders of our school wanted to illuminate a new generation, to provide for the future of our country. Our class has been given all the preparation that Monte Vista could afford, in hopes that we use the knowledge invested in us for the benefit of all mankind. My fellow students, we are that new generation, the ones who will make the changes in the years to come. We will be the leaders of tomorrow. I know it, because I have seen the leadership skills in our students today. We will be the ones that finally adopt a sense of international understanding, and we will correct the mistakes made by the generations of the past. Our class shows such promise for the years to come. In each of us, we have found our individual talents, our individual aspirations. Look at our academics. How can the others compare? Here, on campus, we have 11 national merit plans. Here on campus, we have 11 advanced placement courses and 16 honors classes. Our SAT scores top even the national averages. Evidently, gathered here tonight are some of the most intelligent people our country has ever known. Yet, look at the bigger picture. We have some of the strongest athletic teams in all of California. Our National Honor Society, our California Scholarship Federation, and our Interact Club sponsor community pride and volunteer service. Our Friday Night Live keeps kids off drugs and alcohol by providing alternative means of recreation. Those of us in Student Government and Operation Green strive to make the campus even better by the day, and our efforts never go unnoticed. Because we the class of 1992, have made things happen. We began life here at Monte Vista with the desire to prove our worth to the world. We took advantage of our opportunities. We made the most out of what we had. All we wanted was a chance to make our own statement. And now look at what we have accomplished. For the 4 years that we have been together, each of us has grown so much. And what we have learned to realize is that the motive from the start was the desire to be the best, a spark of dedication in each of us, which said someday we could have it all. And now, as we part our separate ways, I wish each and every one of you always the best of luck. But in my heart, I know that such a wish is unnecessary for a group as talented, as motivated, and as worthy as you. We are the new generation, and the whole world is waiting for us to lead the way. We have proved ourselves as a class. Now we must prove ourselves as a people, again and again if we have to protect our pride, to protect our country. And each of you is the power to make a change in the world, to make life a little better than we know today. And in each of you remains the conviction that we must continue our success, that we must always shoot for the stars, and that we must always make our parents, our teachers, and our Monte Vista heritage forever proud. Congratulations, class of 1992. Thank you. Good luck and good night.
Jennifer is coming up. I would like to commend again our Beauty Shop Double Quartet. The three Jennifers: Jennifer Reynolds, Jennifer Wright, Jennifer Rice, Shelby Jackson, Amy Ivazadeh, Gary Blanding, the team leader, Laurie Matson, and Ann Parmalee. Thanks again for your rendition. This time,
To
Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You know what you know, and you're the one who will decide where to go. This is a passage from Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss, which was a gift I received at my graduation from junior high school. I've carried his philosophies with me throughout my high school experience. I remember how I felt that day. Upon entering senior high school, I was filled with mixed emotions, as I am right now.
I guess they didn't graduate or something.
As I was saying, on the one hand, I was excited and overjoyed with all that high school had to offer me. And on the other, I was concerned with the sheer magnitude of it all. This mountain of high school which I was about to climb, well, quite frankly, terrified me beyond all repair. For you see, I had a fear of heights. And well, standing there at the bottom of this immense Alp, looking up at the seniors as a lowly freshman was rather intimidating. Nevertheless, I began my climb with 422 other brave movers and shakers. And of course, the priceless, and might I add, fearless faculty and staff. The first portion of our climb was freshman orientation, one of the most physically and psychologically challenging events that exist. I remember in my yearbook photophobia, waking up at 4 a.m. to try on every outfit I owned, only to end up wearing the first one that I had tried on. I remember blow drying my hair and then hairspraying it to a crisp, straight up. My hair defied Newton's laws of gravity. And I remember finally getting to the orientation, only to find a photographer with a comb telling me that my hair wouldn't fit into the little square allocated to each of us in the yearbook. That I would have to tone it down a bit. Yes, this daring photographer then attempted to battle my hair with a little black comb. And I'm sorry to say, but my hair won this battle. So there I was, an overdressed freshman with a comb glued to my head. Not to worry you, we pried it loose, eventually. But you know, I'm glad that I'm at the point in my life where I can look back at this awkward time and laugh and feel a sense of pride in myself. For you see, I accomplished something that day. I made it through this trying time, as did we all. And, well, it's a well-known fact that if you could make it through freshman orientation, you could make it through anything. So once we had made it through the entire freshman year successfully, well, one would only be compelled to believe that we were home free. The world was our oyster. And then came yet another challenge, driver's training sophomore year. Yes, this is the year we discovered our freedom for the first time. The feeling of the wind in our hair as we drove around Danville in our brand new Ferrari convertibles. And suddenly, the word limitation became a nebulous term. Or, this is the year we learned, while driving around in our 1972 green Oldsmobile station wagon to run the junior high school carpools, the true meaning of responsibility. Sophomore year, we gained independence in some respects, and a grasp on our priorities. We began worrying less about our hair, yearbook photos, and what kind of car we were driving, and more about our schoolwork. Indeed, during these next few years, we delved into the academics. We became academia nuts. Junior year, we stressed out the SAT, and looking at the average test scores here at Monte Vista, I would say we proved the motto true. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And achieve we have, boasting test scores that exceed the state and national levels. Oh, the places you would go. There's fun to be done, there are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. I think we will all agree that Monte Vista athletics are second to none. Over the past 4 years, Monte Vista has excelled in sports such as varsity tennis. Both men's and women's tennis team went undefeated this year in the league. Our cross-country team has been NCS champs 2 years straight. Our varsity football team
has had another momentous year as EBAL champions who made it to the NCS playoffs. And our women's volleyball team won the NCS title, as well as our women's soccer team, who went undefeated this year. Our swim team dominated this year, despite the fact that we have not a pool. And our men's volleyball team finished as #1 in the Bay Area. And for the second year in a row, Monte Vista is the proud recipient of the coveted All Sports Award. Collectively, as well as individually, we have proved to be an intelligent, well-rounded class that has excelled in all disciplines. The class of '92 can be proud of all of the wonderful extracurricular activities that we have engaged in. Our speech and debate program, for instance, has grown immensely over the years. This year, 4 of our classmates have qualified for the state championship, and for the first time in 5 years, one of our classmates has qualified for the national championship in Fargo, North Dakota. But we have a wide array of student-run clubs here on campus, and we've been blessed with some wonderful performances from these groups, including band, drama, and choir. We are an exceptional class in an exceptional school, a California distinguished school, and we are well prepared for what lies ahead of us. There are many more mountains to come, and with them come the slip-ups and trip-ups and hang-ups and bang-ups that a rational person would expect. Sure, we may slip, but we will not fall, for we view challenges with the knowledge that at the top of each mountain exist vistas of more mountain peaks. And will we succeed? Yes, we will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. So be your name Buxbaum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai, Alley, Van Allen, O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, class of 1992.
Kind of hard to follow, but I'll do the best I can. I'd like to, at this moment, especially at this moment, thank the staff and particularly the teachers for another excellent year. Students are born with brains, but educators help create minds. At this time, I'd like our staff, particularly Gloria Pelham, would you stand, Gloria? Who has been a consistent leader in this school for years and has the El Mustanglo newspaper to be one of the best in the state, who will be retiring. George Cockerton, I'm not sure if George is here, he's probably doing his little sketches there on defensive strategy. The best defensive coordinator in the state of California and the reason for Monte Vista's successes for all these years. Jay Lehman, who will be leading us to go on to Laney College, I believe, and that's kind of something people don't even know about. I'm so proud of him, I can barely believe it. A state distinguished teacher and a Golden Bell winner, Jay Lehman. And Faye Nelson, a very trusting and true companion in our registrar's office. Where are you, Faye? Congratulations, Faye. But their support for our youth for all these years is just what makes this such an incredibly fun job. We really have fun in what we do. There are some tenuous and trying times, but we really have pleasure in working with you young people. I'd also at this time like to commend 2 outstanding parents on this campus who have done it all for the senior class. Margaret Nelson, Peggy Lewis, senior mothers. Where are you? Peggy, don't cry. Don't cry. Peggy and I cry a lot together. Tonight, especially after you seniors take advantage of me. Tonight we celebrate Thank you. Tonight we celebrate these young men and women for their intelligence, perseverance, creativity, and overall excellence. Monte Vista is a distinguished school twice over because we have an outstanding staff, an incredibly gifted student body, and a parent support group that I don't know how we could possibly do without. No one, and I don't know if this is true throughout the United States, but no one could be prouder than I am looking down on these seniors and having been the principal of our Mustang tradition and pride. Students, my parting words of wisdom to each of you deals with setting high standards and ethics, ethics and values. We live in an increasingly complex world. The next few years of your life will sorely test your standards and values. My daughter is a freshman in college, and I can attest to that. Develop compassion for others. Become sensitive to what's right and wrong. Be willing to be proactive, not reactive, to the good and the evil that you will find. Values bring order and meaning to our personal lives. Your future value system is not a matter of chance. You've heard this 1,000 times. It's a matter of your choice. I wish each of you the best that life has to offer. Go for it. Make wise choices. As your advisor for the last 4 years, I can attest to the fact that you have become the best that you can be, and in my mind, the best class that we've ever had here at this school. You've achieved it all. You've accomplished the tops of what I could possibly expect for you. You've had class. You've had dignity. You've shown respect for us. I couldn't be any prouder. Just, there is no way. Please continue that through the rest of the ceremony tonight. But I can also attest that you will be the best that you can be. May happiness bless you in all your future choices and future plans. Thank you. We have a tradition here that I'd like to see how good it goes here. We have the senior class, when I tell them to stand, and then we give them an applause now together. So let's see if we can do that. Seniors, are you ready? Stand. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh. Hey, I wish my life was that easy. Okay, we're ready. Let's move it on. We are now going to present to you the graduates of 1992.
Jennifer Reynolds. Lori Madsen. Samir Arora. Christopher Arscott. Christian Atkin. Christine Babb. Nadia Bamfi. Erica Barbara. Rebecca Barron. Angela Basso. Dustin Bauman. Rebecca Baumhefner. Lauren Becker.
Tanya L. Abstensatz. Danielle M. Adler. Jeffrey R. Agrin. Chitra Iyer. Mark A. Allen. Terrence B. Alosi. Pamela R. Alter. Nicole K. Anderson. Michelle M. Andrews. Courtney E. Engel. Michelle L. Antic. Christopher R. Archer. Nicole S. Arndt. Rodolfo J. Arias.
Renee Bering. David Byhoff. Eric Bingston. Della Colleen Bennett. Laura Lorraine Bennett. Brian Thomas Bramlett. Timothy Briggs. Courtney Brooksby. Brian Brown. Jason Brown. Kathleen Brown. Ryan Brushy. Kenneth Berger.
Nancy M. Armstrong. James M. Arnott. Alex E. Bermudez. Rachel D. Byerline. Sumita Bandare. Gregory T. Bircher. Reed K. Birnbaum. Eric A. Bishop. Alice E. Blackie. Eric C. Blair. Bleeker. Meredith A. Bleeker. Kenneth K. Blyer. Eric M. Bocan.
Matthew Burke. Aaron Burns. Todd Bursey. Ian Burkett. Michael Kamadeka. Ann Carey. Brad Carter. Jeff Carter. Leanne Carthen. Danielle Cohen. Christy Corey. Suzanne Corlett. Cheryl Cowan. Christian Cox.
Kimberly C. Bacola. Agnes B. Bodner. Jocelyn M. Boland. Eric S. Bond. Scott Bradley. Deanne C. Casagrande. Paulo J. Catarilli. James P. Chandler, Christina Chang, Mark A. Chantlin, Jason C. Chen, Michael K. Chen, Jacob Jake A. Cherry, Ki Chung,
Carolyn Crockett, Brian Cross, Jason Crownholm, Brett Cryer, Wendy Crystal, Allison Dang, Monica Daniel, Gregory Darby, Tony De La Sada, Jennifer Dimgen, Anna D. Paoli, Brian Dermody, Joseph File,
David H. Cho, Danny T. Chow, Chu, Stephanie A. Sisowski, Tamara L. Citron, Michael D. Cleary, Richard P. Cleary, Christina M. Kachi, Anne Marie Cochran, Janelle Dickman, Jamie M. Donahue, Joseph R. Donahue, Teron W. Douglas, Dean A. Drusick,
Stephen Fisher, Christopher Flagg, Stephanie Fleming, Gina Flick, Joshua Flossie, Brendan Ferran, Aaron Forcash, Jennifer Forningo, Lucinda Foss, Shauna Fowler, Simone Frazier, Cameron Fries, Alexander Buchanan, Elena Garcia,
Valerie A. Duda, Susan E. Duffield, Jonathan R. Duncan, Christina R. Dezelmy, Louisa M. Edwards, Blythe A. Elliott, Heidi M. Inferrati, Brian C. Enriquez, Carrie A. Erb, Jenny Eschen. Jennifer L. Faith. Andrea M. Familetti. Gregory S. Festo. Dean R. Giannini.
Melissa Geddes. Nathan Gio. Amber Harris. Philip Harris. Brian Hardigan. Angie Haskell. Laura Hastings. Jeffrey Hawkins. Monica Haycock. Christy Heaton. Maisie Hedman. James Heinzer. Eric Henderson.
Elizabeth C. Gilman. Brian A. Glaze. Shalon D. Goldsby. John W. Gorski. Amit R. Goyal. Sarah J. Graham. Lori L. Grant. Heather Green. Jim Hayden. Lori A. Hale. Heidi K. Hall. Gavin J. Hammond. Byung-Hum Han.
Justin Henderson. Daniel Herrick. Nicole Hill. Trevor Hobbs. Keith Hodge. Trisha Holbrook. Paul Johnson. Sarah Johnson. Jeffrey Johnston. Eric Jones. Wendy Jones. Abigail Jung. Keimer, Christian Keimer. Monica Calra.
Tiffany V. Hansen. Gretchen M. Hargarten. Diane Harrelson. Michael A. Holland. Aaron Holvey. Brian Hong. John C. Horton. Aaron R. Hosine. David J. Howard. Edward Y. Shee. Jack Y. Sue. Ina H. Huang, Ken K. Hughes, John K. Hughes. Sorry, John. Jennifer Lee Hunter.
Mark Kennedy. Erica Kim. Scott King. Rashmi Keeney. Greg Kirkpatrick. Heather Alice Marie Kittle. Laura Pastorni. Karin Knutson. Julie Coe. Karen Koch. Michael Lewis. Elizabeth Lieber. Catherine Lieber.
Frank Lloyd Isles. Ann Eisen. Krista K. Jarvis. Alan M. Johansson. Trina L. John. Kristen M. Johnson. Mark D. Johnson. Nicole Marie Kett. Akil D. Coley. Brandon Charles Kolb. Samir Katari. Ernest H. Kwok. Brent A. Lally.
Mark Lieberman. Thomas Lillig. Angela Lynn. Jeffrey Lind. Stuart Litjens. Rita Melissa Lowe. Kristen Lee Laurie. Bradley S. Blocker. Ronald Lutz. Dina Ann Lombardi. Troy Love. Jessica Wu. Trevor Lucas. Christopher Ludwig.
Kimberly Landon. Donald E. Langloy. Susan Larmore. Renee Larson. Eric M. Larson. Daniel H. Lee. Francis H. Lee. Jacqueline Ann Alohalani Lee. Meredith Lee. Peggy Lee. Kristen A. Lenhart. Andrew G. Lewis. Danielle J. Lynch. Sean M. McHugh.
Matthew McDonald. Jennifer McGlynn. Laura McKay. Elliot McKean. Ryan McLaughlin. James McMahon. Michael McMahon. Kimberly McNabb. Michael McCrae. Kimberly Miles. Allison Miller. Judah Miller. Gregory Mills.
Brian J. Madigan. T.U. Maida. Sharon J. Mayer. Samir M. Mohatra. Michelle C. Malsbury. Angela M. Morosco. T. Hunter Marquardt. Sarah P. Mark. Catherine E. Markakis. Diana L. Martin. Mason S. Matthews. Nathan K. McCann. John R. McCann. Scott D. Watkins.
Drago Milovic. Edward Milovic. Brian Monaghetti. Mark Overgard. Scott Parker. Stephen Parrish. Jennifer Perry. James Pearson. James Pinella. Natalie Perkins. Brandy Piacenti. Gino Peaky. Kevin Pulaski. Timothy Price.
Kevin M. McCready. Derek McDaniel. Christopher B. Morris. Terrace A. Morrison. Eric W. Lutino. Maria L. Menayer, James E. Neron, Thomas F. Neely, David B. Nelson, Julia L. Nelson, Barbara C. Neufeld, J. C. Nye, Eric H. Noda, Amy S. Novashin,
Chantel Prinz, Laura Protas, Kara Quast, Jeffrey Rabish, Amy Reed, Rebecca Reed, Tara Sargon, Lindsay Savage, Stephen Schott, Philip Shapiro, Christian Lynn Schmidt, Marcy Skronik, Todd Sekulich,
Charles L. Newsom, John J. Ochoa, Eric D. Odell, James H. Owie, Micah J. Oliveira, Linda A. Oren, Brooke Reeves, Mike Regalado, Julie M. Reedy, Jason T. Reinhardt, Adam R. Reese, Matthew Andrew Richards, Heather Lynn Roberts,
Mark Schneider, Jennifer Self,
Miss America!
Amber Lenai Serb, Gavin Shea, Vincent Shin, Eric Shea, Michelle Sterrett, Andrew Stewart, Todd Stewart, Jennifer Steinbaugh Harwood,
Way to go, Andy.
Teresa Stroh, Melinda Sudduth, Spencer Schwartz, Jennifer Tam,
Anthony Charles Robinson, James Edward Rogers, Lori Marie Roddenmuth, Ryan James Roskavinsky, Matthew O. Ruzzi, Christopher D. Ryan, Anita Sagastagi. Karan Sandifor. Adam Kalen Saperstein. Stein. Devin K. Seiler. Christine L. Silva. Lisa Singley. Shannon K. Sims. Buckingham E. Smith.
Teresa Tantillo. Shara Tarpinian. Matthew Taylor. Victoria Texera. Lisa Teixeira. Kevin Texera. Charles Thied. Raleigh Thompson. Michael Timmons. Suzanne Webb. Michael Weiss. Courtney Welch. David J. Welch.
Courtney W. Smith. Shannon Marie Smith. Virginia C. Smith. Kathy M. Solari. Jamie Beth Solomon. Kelly E. Solt. Jill A. Spalterholtz. Deborah L. Spooner. Laura D. Springer. Marcy L. Sperling. Jason M. Stein. Jennifer N. Stein. David Sy. Paisley M. Tucker.
Dennis Wyrock. Rebecca Wheeler. Ryan Weens. Emily Williams. Marshall Williams. Brett Wilson. Ryan Wyndham. Jason Witt. Amanda Wong. Christina Wong. Sarah Yee. Kristen Zeising. Heather Zeal.
Ryan J. Tolchinsky. Toby J. Kellett. David A. Vallon. James P. Barash. Lisa R. Velez. Jason M. Vidito. Mai Chao T. Fu. Christopher J. Wakefield. Nicole L. Walden. Allison M. Walker. Carl J. Walker. Robert E. Walker. Aaron E. Waller. Ashley L. Waller. Lance D. Ward. Cynthia S. Chu. Geneva Miller. And last but not least, the president of the class of 1992, Shannon A. Sansevero.
All right. Before I get started, after the ceremony's over, there's going to be cookies and punch in the amphitheater. So, family and friends, First, I would like to congratulate you. For you and your parents, the day of your graduation should be marked by joy and celebration. Your years of study and work have brought triumph, which rewards you, honors your teachers, and brings pride to your families. And now you are ready to say farewell to your classmates and face both the privileges and obligations society will feel entitled to place upon you. When meeting this challenge, take with you the gifts that Monte Vista has bestowed upon you. Remember the experiences of hard work, determination, success, as well as frustration and failure. For these lessons will carry you a lifetime. This is not the end. These gifts only mark the beginning. You have been given seeds to plant in the soil of your imagination. They will still stay healthy as long as you water them with hard work, creativity, and utter determination. The path that lies ahead is one of adventures, discoveries, and is exciting to look at. However, taking the first step is often the most difficult. Before taking this great leap of faith, look back on your years at Monte Vista and find confidence to carry you forward. As one of our contemporaries said, to dream and strive for those dreams, to enjoy victory and grow stronger with defeat, to live life to its fullest and fill other lives with joy. That is success. And in closing, to the class of 1992, there is divine beauty in learning, just as there is human beauty in tolerance. To learn means to accept the fact that life did not begin at my birth. Others have been here before me, and I walk in their footsteps. The books I have read were composed by generations of fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, teachers and students. I am the sum total of their experiences, their quests, and so are you. To each and every one of you, I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
We have just graduated. And we're on our way to dinner and on an overnighter. Onto the boat. Onto a boat until 4:30 in the morning. We're gonna rage. We're gonna have the best time of our lives.
On the bus, we can go. I've enjoyed all 4 years of Monte Vista. I love it. You might be able to get a six. Why? You gotta have 5 first. Four years have been great. CBS will always be number one. have to say?
Okay, Carla, what do we have to say? We're gonna what do we miss about one besides nothing? Friends? Yeah, the friends. Kids? Kids, kids. Yeah, we're gonna go we used to rip on our class, and I think towards the end we were all coming together as friends. Seriously, think about it. People who are friends with each other are friends. I have no friends, and we're gonna go no fish. So we're gonna miss each other.
Your face